Ben 10 would be fighting Viltregast. As they were fighting, he would turn into Ancient X to try to get rid of him once and for all. As Alien X was about to destroy him, he would summon a black hole, as Ben 10 would get sucked into it and wake up in the Hazbin universe. As he looked on his Omnitrix, he only had the 10 aliens he had when he was first a kid. As he stood up, he was still an adult, however. As he saw all these strange sinners walking around him, he would assume he was on an alien planet, as he would simply turn into forearms and begin to walk around. Ben would go to person, asking where he was, until one of them would say, "You're in hell." As then he would drop to the floor. That's impossible. He was a good person. How did he even end up here? As he stood up, he would see the demons walking around. As then he looked at the Omnitrix and realized something. When he transformed, he didn't have a time limit. Usually he would de-transform after a while, but he was forearms for quite a while. But he also realized something. This means he can never turn human again, because he can't de-transform, so he can go to alien. This made Ben a little sad, but he decided to try to look past it. As he searched for a way out, going to people, asking, and they would either laugh or make fun of him. Ben even thought, could he even stop crime here? After all, it's hell. Everyone here is a criminal. But he decided maybe there was still good people here. He got caught up. After all, he was good. At least he thought he was. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he did something awful by restarting the whole universe. Maybe by failing everyone, he deserved to go down here. As these thoughts rippled through his head, eventually, he would hear screaming. As he ran, he saw some hellhounds picking on an imp, as he would transform into Diamond Head and shoot diamonds at them. He would then blast diamonds at the hellhounds, causing them to fall back and run away. As Ben did it, he saved the day. As the hellhounds ran, not really seeing a sinner like that before, he would walk up to the imp and say, "Why'd you save me?" "Oh, is it for money? I don't have any." "Nah, keep your money." "I did it because it's the right thing to do." He would smile and walk off. As then he would start to do more good deeds. He would go to place saving people and helping them. As then we cut to the V's, as they were having a problem with this. Call the V's to the meeting. Vox would know that it was one person. Vox would say, "There's 10 sinners that are striking at us. There's some elite task force going after us. I searched for everyone to see what they're into, to see who they're interested in, who they're working for. But I can't find them, and they always work alone. They never work together. I don't know why they do this. Maybe they have a leader of some sorts." As they continued to talk, Val would say, "Why are they going after us? Not just us, all of us. They go after all the crime families, but I have no idea why. Someone must have hired them. These must be the most elite mercenaries," Vox would say. Velvet would say, "Yeah, but he doesn't take any money from people he saves." If he was after money, Vox would say, "Obviously that's just to throw us off our trail. It's not like there's some goody two-shoes out there, 10 superheroes going out after everyone in hell. That would be ridiculous. But I must discover who this is. I'll lay out a trap." As Vox would use magic to disguise himself as a little girl that's lost and scared, as he would walk out into the alley and have some goons mess with him and ruffle him up, and he would wait for Ben 10 to show up. X38 would suddenly run in and deal with all of the criminals. As Vox would make sure to cry, this little child's form would make Ben be scared for it, make Ben want to care for it, make Ben want to make sure it's okay. As Ben would look down and say, "Are you alright?" the kid would say, "No, Mommy, Daddy, gone. I need a place to stay. Please don't bring me to an orphanage, please, I. As Ben would say, "It's alright." As Ben would take it to his apartment, as the kid would sit and watch, Vox would be able to send information through electricity, as he would send it back to the V's, as suddenly he discovered a huge secret. As he would see Ben turn into another alien, he would say, What's going on?" "It's my watch. It allows me to turn into any alien." As then, Vox was shocked. It was not 10 different people, but one person. As Vox would watch this, he would begin to get more and more intel on Ben. As Ben would transform to alien, as Ben would raise this kid for a year. Ben was out during a lot of the time, so Vox was able to sneak out and rule in the shadows, and by day he was with Ben as he took care of him. Eventually, though, Ben would be able to spike one of his drinks, making him become tired. As he went out to fight, he would suddenly pass out. as he would wake up as forearms chained to a wall with special chains that kept him contained, as Vox would walk out and begin to laugh. It took me an entire year, but I got everything set. Welcome to the V's. As Vox would look at Ben would look at him and say, Vox, I finally meet you. Well, as he would try to break his chains, he couldn't. I made sure they were bound by magic. Unbreakable, even with all those powers you have. And forearms won't be able to break in. You're not going to be able to change by hitting that watch. Ben would say, how do you know so much about my powers? Because, as Vox returned to the child, I watched you for a whole year. As Ben would be filled with rage, he pretended to be a child. He raised them. He loved them. He cared for him. And it was all a lie to trick him? You sick F. What are you doing this for? Simple, so I can control you, so I can make you a weapon. As then Ben would be there to be tortured and mind controlled for months. As Vox was looking for the perfect mind control spell, one day him and Val would walk down there and bring out a book. As Vox and Val would both look at Ben with the book out, as Ben would say, do your worst, as then they would start to read from it and grab onto Ben, using all of their magic and power. Ben has become weaker and weaker each day, his will to fight slowly dwindling, as this book, with all of their magic power, be able to get into Ben's mind, as Ben slowly became a puppet, no longer a soldier of free will. As they freed Ben from his chains, Vox would say, who are you? I am a servant of the V's. Val would say, excellent, I know the perfect way to test him out. As Vox would say, we'll have time for that later. Keep in mind I made Ben the adult version because Val is very flirty. I didn't want this video to get weird or wrong, so yeah. As then, Ben would look at Vox and Val as Vox would say, alright now, time to continue onwards. I have a mission for you. To destroy Alistair. Then we cut to Alistair. He was out on the town having dinner with Rosie, enjoying himself, as Rosie would say, did you have a good day? Yes, I did, and I think things are turning about right. As Alistair would laugh, he would then walk out, but as he was walking home, he would see a blue blur run in front of him. Then he would get punched, sending him flying to the floor. As he got up, he would say, show yourself. As then he turned into forearms, as Ben would say, I'm the last thing you'll ever see. Alistair got up and said, cocky, huh? I don't know who you are, but you're gonna regret saying that. As Alistair would grow his tentacles, he would then try to strike Ben. As Ben would turn into X87 and run past it, then turn into forearms and punch them, then turn into Diamond Head and strike him. Since there was no cooldown, he could change super fast. As he was changing back and forth, he learned this art. Alistair would try to fight him, but he couldn't keep up with all these different fighting styles. As Al would get angrier and angrier, he would decide to turn giant and throw tentacles everywhere, trying to destroy everything in its path. Then Alistair would flood the entire ground with black ink, trying to destroy Ben. As Ben would turn into Ripjaw, being able to swim inside of it. As the ink rubbed to Alistair's shoulders, Alistair thought he drowned, as he'd begin to laugh. I guess you'll just respawn, but I should take an end to that. I know a technique that will erase you forever. This is what you get for messing with me. Sorry, I would let you survive, but anyone who challenged me this openly and gets away would set a bad example. When suddenly, Ben would jump inside of Alistair's throat as Ripjaw, as he would pull out an angelic dagger and stab his way through his stomach, causing him to fall down defeated. As Alistair fell down defeated, he would then go back to his masters, the V's, as he bowed. Vox would then laugh and say, good. As Ben 10 was once the hero of the world, a hero of the universe that saved everyone, but now his life was over. Now he was a mere puppet, and now he served the V's doing their bidding, and that was his destiny. And that is where we're going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. It was an amazing video to make. I had a lot of heart. It was... I know some people are going to get mad at the ending, but I don't care, because I feel like I always have the protagonist win, so why not have them lose? Why did I do this? Do I hate Ben 10? No, I loved it growing up. I just thought, what if Vox tricked him? And that would be awesome, to turn him into a mindless puppet, to turn him into a soldier. I think, honestly, that's probably better than him beating everyone and him leaving. I know a lot of people disagree on that, but I feel like I've done that a lot, and this ending does make it more a dark tone, and I feel like there's no way that anyone can defeat him normally. So if he was outsmarted and tricked like this, maybe he could. And that's also why I nerfed him and only gave him his 10 original aliens. Because if he had, like, Alien X and all this crazy stuff, he would just get rid of all crime, snap, turn hell into a paradise, and make everyone in heaven jealous and wish they want to live there. And I could have done that. I've thought about doing that. Originally, I was gonna do that, but I was like, nah, let's nerf him a bit. And I was like, where am I going with this? If he clashes with the V's, he's gonna win. And I've never done one where the protagonist has lost. Well, actually, I have, but it's been very rare. So I was like, knowing what's expected if he lost, so that's what I did. Originally, I was gonna have Gwen save him. She was gonna come in with her magic, save him, and somehow get in there. But I was like, nah, let's just let it be dark. Let's just let it be corrupted, you know? But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. If the ending was too bad, let me know in the comments below. I really did enjoy making this video, though, and I think Ben 10 is a great character. I haven't watched the series in a very, very long time. I did watch the remake. It was honestly not that bad. The one on Cartoon Network. And the original was on Cartoon Network too. I did watch the original, and the original lasted forever. It lasted for years and years. People talk about The Simpsons, how they lasted forever. It didn't last nearly as long as The Simpsons, but it did last a long, long time. If you know where I can watch it, let me know, because I feel like I should rewatch it after making this video, because it's been, oh my. But yeah. And also, it's kind of messed up that his uncle was supposed to get the Omnitrix, not him. But, for some reason, he was the one who got it. And every universe he got it, except for one. There was one where he didn't get the Omnitrix. And I remember that in the movie special, which that's the only thing I remember from it. I don't remember anything else. I know I watched the whole thing. But yeah, I don't even remember what special that's from. But yeah. There's a lot of things that I love from it, a lot of things that I can remember back on. One of my favorite things in the original is how they made Gwen a sorceress with magic. Because Gwen, you know, they could have just made her like his cousin that always needs saving, but they actually made her have a personality. They actually gave her powers, and they made her a strong female character, and that's what I really loved about the show, that Gwen got to shine through it, you know what I mean? Now, of course, she wasn't the main focus because she wasn't the main character, but Gwen really had character moments, and Gwen really got to shine. And I really loved that in the show, how they just gave her that role. And it just really made the show feel more nuanced to me, you know what I mean? That they actually matched some great female characters throughout the show. And I really do give it props for doing that. So, yeah. I also give it props for the writing and the great alien designs and things like that. I don't remember how it ended. Did I see the ending of Ben 10? I can't remember. Anyway, love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. You mean the world to me. Peace out.